Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we will learn about interdependence of organisms and the environment, and we will cover a section of man and other animals depend on plants. That means we are covering the part 1 of this chapter. So let's start. Now let us first find out what are the things which we can get from plants. We get lots of things from plants. For example, oxygen. Without oxygen, no one can live. And oxygen is most essential thing for living. And this oxygen comes from plants. Secondly, fuel for heating and transportation also comes from plants. The building materials, the wood, all these things are required also come from plants. Plants are very good sources of medicines, and there are lots of medicinal plants from which we extract medicines, and food for human and animal nutrition is also acquired from plants. The fabric for clothing and other purposes, paper, cover against wind and water, habitat for animals, aesthetics, rubber, resin, everything is obtained from plants. Cloths are made up of threads, and threads are made up of fibers. And where these fibers come from? These fibers come from plants. Cotton fibers from cotton plants. Ropes are made up of fibers. Coconut fibers are used for making bags and ropes. Jute fibers are used for making sacks. Now here you can see this is the picture of birds' nests, and you can see that it is made up of dry leaves and twigs which all come from plants. Next, let us understand the dispersal of seeds. What is dispersal of seed? Dispersal of seeds means the seed dispersal is the movement, spread or transport of seeds away from the parent plant. Now what kinds of seed dispersal may be there? It may be done by wind, it may be done by water, it may be done by animals and birds, it may be done through gravity, or it may be done through explosions. For example, when we consider wind, when the wind blows, then what happens? The seed moves from one point to another point, and going there, new plant develops. Water, which is a flowing object, it carries seeds from one point to another point. Animals and birds, they eat various fruits and suck the nectar of flowers, and thereby it carries seeds from one plant to other area. Next is the gravity. Through the gravity, the seed dispersal is done, and through explosions, when any explosions happens, then also seed dispersal takes place. Now let us find out the things which we get from animals. First is milk. Cow, buffalo, goat, all of them produce milk, and from milk we get milk products. For example, ghee, butter, cheese, curd, sweets, etc. We also get meat from some animals like goat, sheep, pig, fish, deer, etc. Meat of some birds is also eaten like hen, duck, etc. We also get eggs from various birds like hen, duck, etc. And some animals are used for carrying transport, carrying people, carrying goods, bullock, camel, donkey, elephant, horse, etc. In old days, pigeons and hawks were used for sending letters from one place to another. And we also keep various animals as pets, for example, dogs, cats, parrots, pigeons, etc. We get wool from sheep, goat, etc. And with this wool, the woolen garment is made, which is used in winter season. And there are silkworms feeding on mulberry leaves. These worms produce silk threads from which we get from cocoons, and later they are dyed and different colors to form the silk cloths. And we also get leathers. Leathers, when animals die, their hides or skins are taken out. These hides are coated with different types of chemicals, dried in sunlight, and before that salting is done, and thereby the leather is produced. And from this leather, various useful substances are made. For example, belts, shoes, purses, bags, leather jackets, etc. Honey is obtained from beehives made up of honey bees, and this honey is extremely useful and used as medicine. And animal dung and bird drop pings are used for making manures. Now let us see what these animals eat. Cow eats grass, goat eats leaves, hen eats seeds, monkey eats fruits, squirrel eats nuts, seeds, fruits, fungi, birds, and even green vegetables. Parakeets feed on seeding grasses. Snails depend on leaves, stems, plant crops, bark, and fruits, and locusts consume leaves and other tender tissues of plants. Now let us see which parts of the plant is eaten. For example, in case of carrot, root is eaten. Ginger, the rhizome is consumed. In case of mango, the edible part is the mesocarp. This is the fleshy portion which is present between the skin and the seed. For pumpkin, the entire or the whole plant is eaten. Leaves is eaten, seeds is eaten, skin is eaten. So we can say that the whole plant is eaten. Banana, the endocarp portion is eaten. In case of maize, maize is considered as a grain, and the kernel is used for cooking as a vegetable or as a source of starch. In case of spinach, leaves are used as food, and water amaranth, the leaves of amaranth plants are edible. For elephant plants, fleshy sepals form the edible portion. I hope you like my video, and if you like my video, then do comments in the comment section box. If you have any query, if you have any doubt, if you have any question in your mind, and I will gladly reply to those questions. Thanks for watching this video.